Hello, and welcome to the Political Stoicast, where Stoic philosophy meets political reality. I'm your host, Chibuzi Notum, and I'll be taking you on this journey as we navigate the political world around us through the lens of a Stoic. As war with Iran continues, we persist in finding meaning, purpose, and hope within the feud that has our cosmos deadlocked. As our representatives fight to reopen the Strait of Hormuz that supplies 25% of the world's oil, it is important that we not neglect our most valuable assets, the young men forced to fight it. Starting in December of 2026, the Department of War plans to initiate automatic registration for eligible men into the military draft. Due to amendments made to the selective service system, the automatic registration rule was approved by Congress last December, providing funding for military personnel and operations. In automating the process, the Department of War will be able to allocate resources towards preparation and mobilization for the war effort. With our last draft happening 53 years ago during the Vietnam War, the trajectory that our government is moving us towards may leave us feeling uncertain and scared for what the future holds for our young men. Taking a step back and looking at the view from above, throughout history, men on the cusp of being launched onto the battlefield have taken an eager approach to war, wanting a taste of action. This spirit vibrant during World War I and World War II. As time has progressed, we've seen a polar reaction displayed during the Korean and Vietnam Wars. Citizens of the cosmos have felt more of a distaste for war and a notion of opposition towards it. Today, we have before us what is described as a threatening nuclear program taking place in the Iranian military, along with its advanced missile capabilities, which has been deemed a threat to the world. Is it? And is it worth the cost of the potential lives that will be lost? Using the tool of Apatheia and releasing the fear from the foreign threat, we should abstain from allowing these warnings to light our fire in us. Rather, waiting, watching, and responding when necessary. Iran's nuclear program began back in 1950 under the Shah, with U.S. support for civilian nuclear energy. Since then, it has complied with international agreements and oversight regulations that have been brought forth for them to follow. They have never been used for any act of military aggression toward another nation, but have remained a point of concern for the potential of an arms race in the Middle East. In this case, are our fears rational or irrational? As a young man myself, I ask, what is our purpose for fighting this war? And how do we utilize our dichotomy of control to alleviate the weight of what looms above? It returns to our human condition, our need to see a life and not a number in the uniform. We can prepare for a draft, but whether or not one ever happens lies in the hands of those in charge. From the politicians in Congress to the President of the United States of America, the decision lies in their hands. Our priority should be on preventing useless deaths, speaking on the need to pull back from a draft, and setting straight our objectives needed for the war to end. Temperance takes shape in how we decide to bring the war to a conclusion. While there have been ceasefires throughout, what the cosmos needs is a treaty of peace to finalize it. In its continuation, we can gain enlightenment from the work of Seneca's On Anger. He urges us to pause and to take in the whole of events before becoming angry, to gain a full picture before pulling the trigger for war. Maybe this is the key for us. To stop and acknowledge where we are, what we are doing, and what steps to take next before sending young men to their graves. What does the Emperor in you say? Does an automatic military draft registration devalue the lives of young men? And would you initiate such actions during these times? How would you direct the Department of War's treasury to be put towards virtuous outcomes in this conflict? And lastly, how would you tame the anger of the masses that come forth after such a proposition by our government? Thank you.